Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your June 2022 love reading. If you are currently in a romantic partnership, or if it comes up a temporary separation from your person, then this is your reading. If you are single and looking for new love, I will post separate readings just for you guys. Let's get into it. June should be a gentler month, okay, energy-wise. May was a very chaotic and very intense energy that we had coming in. And a lot of people are starting to see improvements in a lot of areas of their life right about now. So things are just getting just a little bit easier. There's still a lot of uncertainty that is around, okay? But let's get into your love reading. I'm going to pull the overall energy of your reading, and then we'll get into some more details. But we've got the star coming out there as your challenge. We've got the world as your blessings headed your way. Advice from spirit, that wheel of destiny that's been coming out a lot for a lot of people. So the tides are certainly turning, and your overall outcome for the month, we've got the justice card there. So very excellent energy that is coming in. So when we have something in the challenge position, this doesn't mean impossible, and it's not quite the same as being reversed. It's kind of like a little bit of a halfway point. Okay, so there may be something here that there's a little bit of doubt that may creep into your relationship somewhere along the way. Ultimately, the star energy is a beautiful energy no matter what. There's always a little bit of patience required, so perhaps there's a little bit of impatience to get what you want, to get what you are really looking for or hoping for in your relationship. So a little bit more patience, and sometimes patience is a virtue there, Capricorn. Okay, so just remember that just a little bit. But there's also hope. So perhaps there's some situation that occurs throughout the month where you kind of lose a little bit of hope, or you lose a little bit of faith. Okay, when we've got that star energy, faith is restored or hope is restored. So really think big. You've got big goals here, Capricorn, and the star brings about so much positivity, so much light to you and to your reading. I think here that there is probably just a little bit of a delay getting what you want. You're thinking big, you're dreaming big, you've got the big picture. Perhaps you need to try something a little bit new. With the star energy is Aquarian energy, and that is ruled by Uranus. And Uranus does actually play a role with Venus towards the middle of June. And this can certainly, Venus is the planet of abundance and luck. And then, of course, we've got Uranus, which is the planet of a little bit of rebellion. And so, but also influences us to try new things. So perhaps part of your challenge is trying new things to kind of revive a little bit of love, or revive a little bit of passion, or maybe even just to get some alone time. But I think here that you do have probably a busy month ahead of you as well, because usually the star energy does bring about balance. It brings about healing, okay, this connection with the earth, between the earth and the stars. But it also does bring about a little bit of calm energy. So perhaps you've got a really busy month ahead of you, and this throws you a little bit out of balance. So finding a balance, a healthy balance in your relationship, your work and home life, your spouse and your kids if you're married, okay, or even just finding the time to spend with your person is maybe just a little bit of a challenge. But overall, there's a lot of blessings that are headed your way. It's just maybe a little bit of a delay, or just a little bit of a speed bump in the road of love. So we do have the World card coming in here for you as blessings headed your way. And this is wonderful energy, especially in the upright. It shows a level of completion, but it shows success. It is an energy of abundance, attaining what you want, feeling good, feeling fulfilled, feeling as though, all is right with the world, so to speak, right? And it's your overall energy. So there's still probably little things going on underneath the surface, but overall sense of fulfillment and well-being that comes in with the world. Now, this is a completion of a cycle. So a lot of you are just trucking along with your relationship, and you're moving forward, and you're leveling up, and you're forming a deeper bond. Some of you are learning a little bit about your person. You're all at different stages. Some of you have only been with your person for a short time. Others of you, you've been with your person for quite some time. And some of you may actually be in separation with your person, or there's something that is going on that's just kind of upsetting the apple cart just a little bit. So the World card can show a completion of a cycle and you're ready to move forward. It can show an energy of expansion and growth within your relationship as well, all filled with all of this wonderful abundance and love and positive energy. But because the World card is about a completion of a cycle, we do have, of course, as we do every month, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius. We had a lot of big eclipse energy in May. So you might be making some big decision in the month ahead, and we do have the Justice card there as well to support that. So there may be some very important decision that you're making. And when the World card is in your blessings position, whatever decision that you make in regards to your relationship, it is benefiting you. It's a good decision. And because that World card can represent you've gone as far as you can go in a situation. So we do need to address that a little bit. So, but I think that's probably just for a minor few of you. But you might be looking at the star energy and that world energy there, and you might be thinking that, you know what, I've got all of these wants and desires that I want out of a relationship, out of a connection. And if you're feeling that you don't have that, then the world really is your oyster, and you might be shutting something down there to move forward to find something a little bit better. But I think for the majority of you, I think it's really onwards and upwards. I think you're getting things done. I think you're overcoming some issues, some obstacles, and you are getting things back on track. If things have gone a little bit sideways, I also think that some of you are taking it up you're taking it up to the next level. Thank you very much. All right, we do have the Wheel of Destiny that's coming in here as advice from Spirit. Spirit wants to remind you this is a period of change for you, change for the better. Now, the Wheel of Destiny does bring about the reminder from Spirit about the ebb and the flow of life, the cycles of life. Sometimes we are on a down patch, like a roller coaster, and then sometimes we're on the way up. And what comes up, what goes up sometimes needs to come back down only to go up again. So Spirit really wants to remind you here that there is an ebb and a flow to everything, and that sometimes we are feeling like we're on top of the world, and other times we're feeling like we're struggling a little bit. So the Wheel of Destiny is a reminder from Spirit to keep your vibe high, keep your sights set on where you want to go, what you want, what are you dreaming about, what are your wishes with that star energy. Keep the hope alive. Do what you need to do to move forward, to take your relationship to where you want it to go. Soar to new heights. Big changes may be in store for you in the month ahead. Something a little bit unexpected. The Wheel of Fortune does bring about some really good karma your way. It does also bring about like a fated destiny. Destiny and fate both play a role when we get the Wheel of Fortune. So there may be something that you experience within the month, or that you have already been experiencing, that you're meant to experience as part of your relationship, right? Sometimes we get tested, right? Tested for our resolve, for our commitment level, to see how strong our bond and our foundation is. And, it seems kind of mean that the universe would, everything's all wonderful and all airy-fairy and we're in love and, we got all this romance, and then all of a sudden the universe throws us a curveball and says to us, well, you know what? I had to test you. I had to test your relationship, test your bond, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So there's a reason for everything, even if something hasn't been going your way. Okay, so sometimes we just need to power through our issues and focus on resolving them. So there may be some surprises headed your way, all filled with good luck and good fortune. Okay, this is a time of expansion and growth in your relationship, and really a very positive reminder from Spirit overall. But watch out for any kind of random things showing up in your world. The Wheel of Fortune does bring about kind of a little bit of out of the blue scenarios, some surprises, and just things that you don't quite expect, new opportunities as well for change or for excitement. and again, growth in your relationship. But we do have the Justice card here as your overall outcome. Now, the Justice card is certainly one where there may be a very important decision that is made. But if you are making a decision of any kind in the month ahead, this is based on balance, fairness, and equality. This is an impartial decision. This is weighing up your options and making the right choice. So it's maintaining the status quo in some cases. Perhaps you have a very big decision to make in the month ahead, but this can also represent legal situations. Honesty and truth also come out with the Justice card. Okay, so maybe there's some very important conversations, speaking your truth, being honest with your person. Where are we going? What do we want to do? And you're making some decisions with your person. However, the Justice card brings about legal situations as well. And considering we do have a surprise, and this is in the upright, so it's very positive energy overall. If anyone has had anything lingering in the background, any kind of legal scenarios, it may be with an employer, like something to do with money, or it could certainly be something to do with a past relationship, something like custody battles, divorce settlements, alimony settlements, things like that. Okay. And if you've been waiting for something to come to a close, that may come to a close there, that world, that completion, and the Justice card there, a final decision somewhere there. So you may have something work out for the better. Okay. Something so you don't have it hanging over your head anymore. And this could be you, it could be your person. So either way, and it may actually catch you off guard, especially if it's been something that has been lingering for quite some time, and it may catch you off guard. But of course, the Justice card can also represent all sorts of legal matters. It can represent signing leases. So some of you might be moving in with your person. Perhaps you're purchasing some real estate. Moving in together if you're not already there. You could also be, gotta say, with the wheel of fortune bringing in surprises. We've got the star bringing you in all sorts of blessings, just because it's a very positive energy with the star there. But something that can be a challenge is if something surprises you and catches you off guard. It's something that you wanted, something that you hoped for, something that you've been dreaming about. But sometimes we don't like surprises, even if they're really good ones. I am seeing that someone may make a decision to get married, or I'm actually getting more of an elope kind of situation, like something like, hey babe, let's run away to Hawaii. The world can represent travel. Let's run away to Hawaii and let's get married on the beach. Let's do it next week. So something that you've been dreaming about could happen really, really fast for you. So, but some of you could also be getting married, possibly, right? Tying the knot, those legal matters, right? Those legal paperwork with your person. So all of those things can certainly, transpire in your month. But the Justice card is very positive energy, as is the majority of it, actually. So I think you've got a pretty damn good month ahead of you here, Capricorn. Justice is Libran energy, in case I didn't mention that. So let's see what other information that we can get out of here. We've got the Page of Wands. Ooh, that's exciting. The Page of Wands always is a little bit exciting. The Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Moon, and the Six of Pentacles. All right. And right between you, the Queen of Cups. Oh, that is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Cups. True love, balance, harmony. See, right now there might be a little bit of imbalance, okay, in the motivation here, and the influences may be balance and harmony. Two people getting on the same page, wanting the same things, okay, feeling that heart connection. The Two of Cups is an excellent energy of true love, of friendship, of soulmate energy there as well. Okay, so I think there's a lot of love here, especially with the Queen of Cups right in between the two of you. Oh, beautiful, beautiful energy. So what it is that you want, what it is your person wants. Okay, you're both wanting a little bit of movement. You have the Page of Wands and your person has the Six of Swords. So perhaps there's something that you need to discuss, your plans for the future, maybe even, of course, some travel plans, right? We do have that World card, but the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords can both represent travel. of some kind. So perhaps you both have a sense of adventure. Okay, perhaps you're perhaps there's a lot of issues, maybe some family issues around, and again, kind of a little bit of an eloping energy. Let's go across the water or something, or let's just find a little bit quieter of a place, and it's like springing into action with the Page of Wands. So what you want, though, the Page of Wands, is stepping things up a little bit, taking things up a notch. Okay, really being excited. Okay, maybe you're waiting for some good news. You're wanting someone to maybe step up to the plate or take action. The Page of Wands usually does bring in some good news, some positive influence. It also is very action oriented, right? The Wands do not like to stay still. So perhaps you are not just looking for your relationship to move forward in a very positive way, because that is certainly an evolution with that Page of Wands, either new or improve the next level. And so you might want a new relationship to move forward to the next stage. And if you have been with your person for a while, maybe you're waiting on some good news, you're really wanting to hear something positive. But you may also have a little bit of an adventure. Maybe you want to infuse a little bit more passion into your romance, some sort, get a little bit more of a physical connection with your person. Your person may have had some issues or something on the mind. Okay, some troubling energy is coming in here with your person. So I think your person here just wants a resolution to something. They want to move forward with something that's been difficult to deal with, and they're looking for just a little bit of peace. So if your person or you, okay, has had something lingering in the background, something with an ex or something with children or whatever it happens to be, or maybe you've just been, having a bit of a disagreement. Okay, your person needs and wants a positive resolution. Okay, just either find a compromise or just get a final decision on something. The Six of Swords is one of making peace, making amends, finding a way forward, finding a compromise. But as I said a little bit earlier, with the fated energy, with destiny unfolding, the Six of Swords is a rite of passage. It's also one of guidance and protection. Okay, so perhaps your person needs to feel protected in some way, or at least have a peace of mind that they're on the right track and making the right choices and the right decisions. However, there's something here that either one or both of you are experiencing that, again, is part of the ebb and flow of life, something that you're meant to experience, even though that seems kind of mean of the universe to throw you a curveball, but it happens. So there may be some communication issues that you're working through. There may be something externally as well that is getting resolved. So certainly a resolution there, and it looks like your person does have, something that they really need to come to an end there. We've got the Queen of Swords coming in as what you need: communication, honesty, truth, clarity. All of those things with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so perhaps there's a very important conversation that you and your person need to have. You could also be waiting for some news, possibly there as well. Okay, but you really, I think communication, at least at this stage of your relationship, is very important for you. Maybe it gives you a peace of mind, okay, or gives you that clarity on where you stand in your relationship. You could even just be wanting to just hear what someone wants, because that honesty, that truth, that clarity that comes out with the Queen of Swords energy, it's really just one of, I'm not going to mince words. I'm just going to say it like it is. So you might just want someone to just say it like it is. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't be mean. The Queen of Swords is not a mean energy unless she's in the reverse, and I would not want to annoy the Queen of Swords. However, sometimes we just want to hear it. We just want to know the truth and know where people stand and know what they want. And that's important for us when especially in a relationship. We don't want to guess. We don't want to guess what someone, what someone is feeling or what they want for the future, right? That's, it's like just get it out on the table. So, but the Queen of Swords here, you might also need a little bit of information about something as well. Perhaps you are waiting for some news to come in, and this is like a little bit of a prevailing energy for you. Okay, especially if there's any kind of legal issues or anything that's cropped up like that. I think here you really do need that positive communication coming in. Okay, but the Queen of Swords also brings an energy of logic. And so perhaps sometimes there's a call for a emotional response, sometimes a physical response, and sometimes we need to lead with our heart and all that kind of thing, but sometimes we need to be logical. We need to take a step back from our emotions, and we need to talk about things in a more positive way, or we need to negotiate negotiate something, or we just need to take a logical approach at something there, or get all of the information that we need, right? And sometimes we need to put our heart on the back burner. And so that Queen of Swords there, it's like, okay, yes, lovey-dovey is all great, but let's hash something out here. So I think also here that perhaps you need a little bit more verbal assurance. And usually you're pretty confident, Capricorn. You're usually pretty determined and pretty bold. But you know what? We're way more than makeup of our sun sign. That's why everyone says check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus to get the big picture, because those are the big hitters of your planetary placements. And we're more than a makeup of that sun sign. So we all have a little bit of insecurity somewhere along the way. Okay. So, but your person here, they need a resolution. They need a decision. They need to move forward and find something more positive. So I think your person here is maybe struggling with something. And again, it could be a legal situation that's causing them all sorts of grief because they are looking for something a little bit better. Now, if you and your person are in separation, or if you've hit a really big bump in the road, there's a lot of love in between you, but there may be just, I think communication may be really an issue for some of you. Okay, and not necessarily like an overall prevailing problem, but it may be something that you need to nip in the bud. But that 10 of Swords there shows that your person has been through some difficulties, and they're looking for a new way. They're looking for a fresh start. They're looking for a better thing. So with that world energy, I think for some of you, there may be something that comes to an end because we do have the moon card here. But I think for the most part, for most of you, I think that you're just looking forward to a peace of mind. You're looking forward to focusing on love. You're looking to have resolutions in things. Okay. And I think here, perhaps there is a different way you and your person can communicate that suits you both, because there may just be some communication issues here. The 10 of Swords can be that, okay, our way of communicating right now hasn't been working. And with that sunrise on the horizon there, we need to find that new way. So you might be needing to be a little bit innovative in how you and your person connect. And we all run into some communication issues every once in a while. But you see your person as perhaps somebody who is there might be a little bit of fear there, actually. Maybe they've got a fear of commitment, especially if they've been burned before, because, what they want here is an easier time, right? What they're looking for, what they need is, something a little bit more positive, but also something a little bit easier, okay? Or they're looking for a fresh start, but there may be some hesitation there about commitment, only because there's some underlying fear. So, I mean, of course, if your person, or you even, but I think more your person, if there's some issues that they are still continuing to have with past relationships, there may be a little bit of fear of love and romance and commitment and all of those things that come to the surface. Okay, but you might see your person as somebody who faces their fears. They stand in the face of adversity and they laugh at it. So we all have fears, we all have hidden desires, we all have all of these things, and they come out in the open every once in a while from our subconscious. And there's a choice, right? Do we face our fears? Do we keep on moving forward? Or do we run back and hide? But I think here that you see your person as somebody who is moving past their fears and their worries and their insecurities. You may also see this person as somebody who you have a spiritual connection with as well with the moon. The moon is Pisces energy, so perhaps your person has some Pisces placement in their birth chart somewhere. Or they just have the influence of Pisces and the moon. So, but the moon does represent cycles as well. So perhaps you see your person as somebody who doesn't get stuck too often, right? They make decisions, they move forward, they embrace the cycles, the ebb and flow of life, and they face their fears, they conquer their struggles and challenges. But you also might see your person as a very creative individual, maybe even a little bit secretive, but not in a bad way, not with the moon being there and the upright there. You might just see your person as someone who maybe hides their feelings a little bit because they got swords and they got pentacles coming out. Okay, we've got love in between you, and we do have, true love coming out with the Two of Cups there. Okay, but sometimes people hide their feelings. So your person may actually be really emotional, but perhaps they keep their feelings bottled up a little bit. Okay. And so that's where that communication needs to come out, right? It's like your person needs to feel safe and protected in order to get their feelings out in the open. Not uncommon. It happens all the time. But perhaps your person is also very romantic as well. Okay. Like the love of your life, right? Very filled with love and romance and maybe even a little bit of doubt. Okay. It's not, again, not unheard of. So the moon is really quite often a very mostly positive energy, okay, but with some little underlying things there, all right? But they may actually be that romantic person. They see you as someone who is very balanced and fair, someone who is honest, and someone who is very giving and generous, perhaps here with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, perhaps your person sees you as someone that can restore the status quo, or that you always give a helping hand. And of course, when we do these readings for the month of June, this is a snapshot in your life. Okay, so maybe you are a problem solver with that Six of Pentacles. Okay, perhaps you are someone that really makes balanced and fair decisions as well. And Capricorn, no one's really going to ever pull the wool over your eyes, right? So sometimes you need to take a practical approach at things. Okay, perhaps they see you as that person who helps other people, who finds out all of the information that they need to find out, especially with that Queen of Swords, right? You may have this quest for knowledge, and you may have an underlying need to find out the truth, find out the answers to things. And that Six of Pentacles, right? You could certainly be that person that before you make a decision on something, you gather all of your information so that you can make that balanced and fair decision, whatever you happen to be doing. And I think they see you as someone very positive, and maybe someone who can even help resolve some issues. Okay. But they may also see you as a little bit lucky as well. The Six of Pentacles, not that it's necessarily an energy of luck, but it's certainly one where there's sometimes surprises that come to light. Things flow back to you. The Six of Pentacles is that law of giving and receiving. What you put out comes back to you. So they may see you as somebody who is very generous and who puts yourself out there. You help others, but they also see that people respond to that and they come back to you. But I think here, with some surprises, I don't know, I think both you and your person maybe have something up your sleeve, but something very positive, I think, here. Okay, so perhaps you are a little bit more down to earth and practical than your person is. They may be a little bit emotional with that moon energy. Okay, maybe they've got some creative talents and those kind of things. And you're like this down to earth, this practical, let's get her done kind of person. And that's not a bad way to be either. Okay, so there's some very interesting energy that is between you and your person. Okay, but it's not necessarily negative. I think your person really needs something, some sort of resolution to something here with that Ten of Swords, though. But the force is between you, the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. So you again may have a very deep spiritual bond with your person. Okay, moon card there. There may be a lot of love and romance and deep emotional ties and connection with you and your person. There's a lot of love here with the Queen of Cups. There may also be something here that needs healing. The Queen of Cups brings about some healing energy, okay, and we do have the Ten of Swords and, of course, that Six of Swords there. So perhaps what is the glue that's keeping you together, or what you have your common ground in the month ahead there, is some healing energy, but is also a lot of love. And I think here that your love is growing, and that you're, I think, open. Okay, you're both open to the other person's point of view, the other person's wants, needs, and desires. And with the Queen of Cups, it's very much in a receiving mode, as is the Queen of Swords. So you got two queens here, so there's a lot of open kind of energy that is here. And so I think whatever issues that you may deal with, I think there's some important conversations that you may have in the month ahead. You may even be changing your communication style. Okay, or there's just something that really needs to get resolved here, and I think that it will, especially with that Justice energy there. So, but a lot of love between you, right? And, if you're wondering if this is your soulmate, okay, we have a lot of soulmates through our lives. Some are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but this is a very strong bond with you and your person, and perhaps, again, even a spiritual one. So very beautiful, very calm energy between you two as well. Okay, so I think if things have been a little rough, or you've been experiencing some challenges, I think there's the calmness that prevails with that Queen of Cups, all right? But I also think there's something that catches you off guard and takes you by surprise, especially with that Wheel of Fortune. So just be aware of that, especially since we do have the Moon card here that can sometimes have a little bit of a surprise. And the Six of Pentacles is sometimes a bit of a surprise there as well, but improvements also. Okay. With the Six of Pentacles, your person could also see you as somebody who demands equality in a relationship, right? You are willing to commit as long as the other person matches you halfway, right? And there's no point having a relationship where it's one-sided. And sometimes we do get in that situation where one person naturally gravitates towards being the lead role and holding more responsibility or decision making than the other person. But I think they see you as somebody, it's like, nope, halfway, always halfway. Equality in the relationship may be what is important to you, or at least that's how they perceive you at this moment. So let's get some final messages out here for you. There is your first one. Only time will tell. Patience is a virtue. Okay, sometimes we need to be a little bit patient. Thank goodness the Queen of Cups gives us some patience. The star energy can bring in a little bit of patience there as well. So only time will tell. Go with the flow. Be open. Have some talks. Okay, so something there that is just needing a little bit more time to develop in your relationship. There's your next card. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. We don't want to smother our people, right? And there's your final card. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Lead with your heart. The Queen of Cups. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that resonated with you. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic month ahead. I will see you guys next time. Bye.